time I hear that little squeal thing, I like. Do people think we're murdering some poor woman every time we play
that's
that?
just the fans screaming for us.
Good evening, everybody. It's Wes and Andy. We are back. It is what did we call this one? It's episode 28. Would you believe it's the 28th installment of Random Fandom on this Tuesday night?
That's a lot of random.
Random Fandom Tuesday night for the week of August 15th, 2023. It is the 28th show of this nature. So far so good. The news keeps on rolling, even if Facebook says you can't have it, Canada.
That's right. There are ways around it.
Oh my god. Hasn't slowed us down though, has it?
No, not really.
Not really. Glad to have you all along tonight. I hope you guys are having a great week wherever you are, wherever you're watching from. And if you're catching us on the replay, thanks for hanging out. I hope the news is still relevant by the time you get it.
I'm sure it will be
Later on this week, maybe tomorrow-ish.
We got like some groundbreaking news.
Really?
Yeah. So if you didn't know what is going on, you better get educated real quick. So we'll help you on your way.
I feel like that is a completely like cold statement. Like there's no hint there. There's no nothing.
No, not yet. Because it's going to be our last story of the night. So
all right, we're holding on to that one.
Oh, we got our first comment though. Vile Groove coming in.
Vile hashtag free Lizzo.
Well, we do have an update on that.
Oh, has there been an update on that?
Well, not so much an update, but an extension of it.
So more parties named in the thing.
More people's jumping.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, throwing in their hat.
Pile on. Well, before we get to the news of this week, all the housekeeping stuff. Random Fandom Tuesday. We are a call-in show. The line is open. You can always hit us up on the WhatsApp, which the link is embedded right here in this video on whatever platform you're watching on. So you can always do that. As always, hit us up in the live chat, just like Vile did. We'd love to take all your comments and questions. Don't wait for us, because if you're waiting for a break in the show, it's not coming until the very end. So just call and comment as you wish.
I think Vile's going to like this opening one, though.
I hope I do.
I don't know. This one might not be up your alley.
You sure?
I think so.
Well, that's fine.
It is. Should we let him out of the box?
It is. The way we like to start the show with a healthy dose of
loading exit.
That's not the one we want to start the run. I'm pushing the wrong thing here. Wow. Do over. The way we like to open the show, as always, with a healthy dose of
Random Fandom Trivia.
Andy, what do you got for us this week?
I got a good one for you.
All right.
August 11th marks the 50th anniversary of the birth of what?
I don't know. Some dude's ingrown toenail.
No, it's much more important than that.
More important than that?
Yes.
I don't know.
And
August
this
11th.
This one's right up Vile's alley. It's up Hank Solo's alley.
Really?
It is.
Well,
100%.
Okay. Spill the beans, man. Tell me what it is.
Should I tell you?
I don't know what it is.
Well, want to give Vile a chance?
Or anybody else that might be watching live? Sure. August 11th marks the 50th anniversary of the birth of what? Can we call it a phenomenon?
I would say it's
a movement
that turned into a phenomenon that changed the world.
That's still going?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely we can. All right. But I can't answer because I'm reading it now. And honestly, I never would have got that.
Really?
No.
Fair enough.
No, I wouldn't have gotten that one.
All right. Well, for everyone listening at home, the answer is hip hop.
Wickedy wick.
August 11th is the 50th anniversary of the birth of hip hop.
Interesting. How do we quantify the birth of hip hop? Is there a hard, fast criteria that we can use for that?
Actually, there is. According to hip hop historian Jeff Chang, it originated with a party that DJ Kool Herc and his sister Cindy Campbell threw on August 11th, 1973.
Whoa, I was -1.
Yeah.
I was -1.
It was just a little back to school party that they had thrown in their rec room at their project apartments. And Chang says that it's the reason it's celebrated now is because that particular party helped launch this sort of movement in the Bronx.
Oh, cool.
So they have the funk records, which often, there's the little breakdown section, right?
Sure, yeah.
And what they would do was he would take that and spin 2 at once,
Right.
to extend the breakdown section.
Oh, nice.
Just to get people to dance to that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Wait a minute. It's a late comment, but it's true.
It is.
And correct. Ray says hip hop music.
Yep.
Ray, supremely more cultured than I am.
They watch the news.
What? On that fancy picture box thing?
That fancy picture box, which is in decline, which we will talk about in a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So there you go.
So sad. Too bad. Fancy picture box.
DJ Cool Herc.
That's cool. I like that one. That was a great edition of I'm not going to hit the thing again. It was a great installment of
Random Fandom Trivia.
Come back next week for more. Don't forget, later on in the show, we'll get to our other game that we like to play every week. Get a new installment of Lexicon lined up for you. Put that one together a little bit earlier today. I think it's going to be a fun one.
I think so.
It's a fan submitted this week, so
excellent.
Hopefully, a fan who submitted, you will recognize your word. But you got to wait to find out.
Next up, we got a bit of a sad one.
What? Oh my God! When I saw that
from the band,
I was immediately like, "Oh,
yeah."
What do you say about a man who is, achieved
super influential?
Yeah. And I mean, like, he really downplayed a lot of the accolades that he was so deserving of.
Yeah.
Did you know that he was First Nations?
I did not.
Neither did I. Not until I read it earlier this week.
Yeah, in his bio there.
Yeah.
His longtime manager, Jared Levine, though, did release a statement.
Okay.
Saying Robbie was surrounded by his family at the time of his death, including his wife, Janet, his ex-wife, Dominique, her partner, Nicholas, and his children, Alexandra, Sebastian, Delphine, and Delphine's partner, Kenny. So he was surrounded by love. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Robertson was credited with writing or co-writing the band's signature songs, which included The Wait, The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, Up on Cripple Creek, The Shape I'm In, and Chest Fever, not to mention his own solo work. I think of Showdown at Big Sky, and of course that what's the other one that he's almost speaking through the whole thing? Do you know what I'm talking about? Somewhere down the crazy river.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, is that the name of the song?
It might be, but I'm fuzzy on it.
Somewhere down that crazy river. Oh, Robbie, we miss you.
Yeah,
I miss you. I miss you a lot. That's the thing with being, discovering this music later in life, and then like these people are these.
Yeah, they're past their touring dates.
Yeah, and we're talking like monumental artists that we're never going to get any new music from,
unless it's like Prince, where there's a vault full.
Oh, not everybody has that much, stashed away.
True.
So, yeah, Robbie Robertson, miss you.
Yeah. But he wasn't the only one to leave us.
Oh, no.
No, we also lost Johnny Hardwick.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, the voice of Dale Gribble.
Dale.
King of the Hill.
Not Dale.
Yeah, and he was set to reprise his role.
I was going to say, how is this going to affect the revival?
I don't know, but apparently he had recorded some material for the first couple episodes.
Oh, well,
but
you think that they would? I can't imagine them not. I mean, with his passing. Would you
write him out of the show? I would think
no. I would recast the character.
Would you?
For sure. But I would also, put a tribute on the end of it for him, and I would use his completed work.
Fair enough.
Sure, recast the role, because
they did that with
every cartoon ever.
Yeah, Janet Wright from Corner Gas, right?
Yeah,
she had passed before the cartoon came.
Sure, but cartoons cartoon longevity. That is the hallmark of it is recasting. Look at Mickey Mouse.
True.
Bugs Bunny, all of the classic cartoons, but even like contemporary stuff like Lois Griffin, for example, recasted from earlier seasons.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and Meg.
Because I thought Alex Borstein
has been Lois
all
throughout.
along.
Well, now you've got me questioning.
But I know Meg Griffin was recast.
You got me questioning my Now I have to look it up. Wow.
But back to Johnny Hardwick here. He died Tuesday, last Tuesday, I should say. 64 years old, Texas native, and best known for his work on the animated series King of the Hill. But he also served as writer and story editor during the show's 13-season run.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he appeared on 257 of 258 total shows.
You are correct, sir. Alex Borstein throughout. My bad.
I like Alex Borstein.
I do as well.
But Breckenmeyer, who played Joseph Gribble, Dale's son, he also tweeted out a tribute to him on now X, which was Twitter.
Well, it's still Twitter here on Fandom Power.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. It says
I haven't updated that yet.
That's okay. We can fix that later. We can fix that later if we did.
You didn't think about this, did you, Elon?
You know what? We're not part of that $1 billion thing. We're not affected by the rebranding. All of our ones of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. But Hardwick, he also appeared on reality TV series Ace of Cakes and Boomer versus Zoomer.
The Ace of Cakes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Lemmy Kilmister? The Ace of Cakes.
That would be
the
awesome.
Ace of Cakes.
I did not know this either, but apparently he had his own YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Where he would upload different types of content, but a good portion of it was song parodies that he performed in the Dale Gribble voice.
No way. Did we get a clip?
We did not get a clip.
Oh my gosh.
But
I'm
definitely going to go searching.
I'm going looking for that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I know I saw this next
this next one.
Okay, this one has
seen the trailer?
There's a trailer?
There's a trailer.
I have not seen the trailer, but I did read the headline.
Mm-hmm. We've actually linked the trailer in our show notes, so everybody can catch up too.
Oh, okay. I'm excited for this.
Bruce Lee is getting an animated series.
Bruce Lee.
It is called House of Lee.
Oh, man.
The teaser trailer is out already, and the series is set to debut in 2024.
Okay.
But it's just a teaser trailer.
Yep.
The full-length trailer is set to debut with Enter the Dragon's 50th anniversary.
Oh, wow. So that's going to be next year.
I believe so. Yeah. The 4K UHD screenings across 650. Oh, no. This Enter the Dragon will be later this month.
Why did I think it was 1974?
Oh,
I thought it was 74. Okay, 73.
Sure. This action fantasy series will see the acclaimed martial artist fighting to assemble the Dragon Warriors before the world plunges too far into darkness and shadow.
So listen, this strikes me as being very interesting because there's Bruce Lee, the man, the myth, the legend, and then there's all of Bruce Lee's characters, right, throughout his film career. And so there's this murkiness of where the man ends and the character begins.
Yeah.
Now we've already had a show that did something like this earlier this year on Netflix with Agent Elvis. And I loved Agent Elvis, which took some historical fact, added a bunch of artistic liberty, and then threw Elvis in the mix as a secret agent. So I mean, if this Bruce Lee series, if House of Lee even comes remotely, I'm not saying that they're going to play it for comedy like the Elvis series, but even if they do similar stuff, I'm in. I'm in. It's Bruce Lee. I'm in.
They are in super good hands.
I'm in.
The series takes inspiration from Lee's famous quote, "Those who are unaware they are walking in darkness will never seek the light."
Nice.
And the co-founder of Bruce Lee Entertainment, Shannon Lee, his daughter
Shannon,
she was speaking on the project, and she said, "Anime is an amazing medium for telling a truly creative story where Bruce Lee can be Bruce Lee." And having seen the trailer, the motion captured in the animation it's fluid. It's perfect.
We know that Shannon, if you've ever followed anything to do with the estate of Bruce Lee, then you know that Shannon is very vocal about things pertaining to her father.
Yeah.
She's not a fan of pretty much most of the stuff that has come out,
like biopics and whatnot.
Sure. And the what was the WWE film? There was a Bruce Lee film put out by WWE Studios not too long ago.
I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, it's entertaining. I mean, there's not really a lot of historical fact in it. A lot of like sensational. Well, I mean, they make him kind of like a superhero.
Man,
but it is Bruce Lee.
It kind of was.
Yeah. So Yeah, very excited about this. Is the image we're looking at? Is this the
Straight
animation?
out of the trailer.
It is. Eh?
Yes.
Okay, so that's cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
But she continued saying, I'm so excited for the possibilities of action, fantasy, history, culture, and creativity within this medium.
Oh wow.
And the series aims to touch upon like the spiritual and humane side of Bruce Lee
Yeah.
alongside with the action.
Cool.
So it's not just going to be like all action, it's going to be a well-balanced portrayal.
Oh, that's great then. So maybe it'll be a little A, a little B, a little bit of the man,
Mhm.
a little bit of the character,
And like a little bit of adventure sprinkled on for
sure, like
for
the Mike Tyson mysteries.
yeah. Yeah, but if you haven't checked it out, it is linked in our show notes. So
Oh,
you can
yeah.
go
I
check
will
it out
be,
after we're done here. And
I'm gonna go watch that as soon as we're done.
our next one up here, Grimes.
Wait,
You remember Grimes?
ex Mrs. Elon?
Yeah, that's her. She's using Lizzo as testimony against cancel culture's fury.
Like the fury of cancel culture?
Yes. Because the three dancers have filed the suit, Grimes took to Twitter and said, I love Lizzo, not saying I don't believe people when bad things happen, but I had dancers mistreated on my watch in ways I didn't find out about until way later.
Well, isn't that what we talked about last week?
Yeah, was
Is
she
there
aware?
some disconnect between Lizzo and other
And the talent.
management? Yeah.
She continues saying, maybe shit is bad, but loyalty matters to me. Lizzo was kind to me and others a decade before she was cool and checked in on me when no one cared. I've only seen exemplary behavior from her, especially when everyone was hating on me and she was on top of the world.
Isn't that something, eh?
Yeah.
What a different perspective. Interesting. This is the first thing I think I can ever recall hearing from Grimes. I'm sorry, I don't follow your music and I don't really care, but to hear her lend that kind of support from a genuine place, I'm impressed with that.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
She continues saying there was no good reason for her to check in besides to be a good person. Just my 2 cents. I recall when she first blew up being so happy because I'd never known such an admirable person to find fame in the music industry.
That's cool.
I struggle to believe she would have so radically changed, tired of a culture that seeks to destroy its greatest virtues. Lizzo is amazing.
Nice.
But a fan responded calling calling Grimes out. Calling Lizzo a classist abuser. And Grimes is only coming to her defense because she's rich. But she responded to that saying, Lizzo was nice to me before Elon when she blew up.
Oh, yeah.
And I was still indie as fuck.
Okay.
She was nice to me in the 2012s before anyone cared about either of us. And she checked in when I was canceled. While I was pregnant, when most people abandoned me because they didn't want the association, she was kind when I was only a liability to her. I respect that hardcore. That's a good person.
That's very interesting.
So a very different side from what was coming out last week.
Absolutely, yeah.
But so we will see what comes out next week.
Well,
in the continually evolving saga.
These things come out and they're flash in the pan. So they're like really hot and really bright.
Yeah.
And then you kind of forget about it, but then you get something like this that just reminds you that, oh, this thing
there is a second side to
still
the coin
going on. Yeah. I'm be curious to know, a lot of these Hollywood cases, they get sort of, injunctioned or blocked or settled out of court.
Yeah.
And it becomes even more muddy because then you start to question, like,
why'd they settle out if there was nothing to hide?
Right. I've always said that an innocent person doesn't settle out of court. They go all the way out of principle.
Yeah. I'm going to prove to you and the world nothing was wrong.
And I suppose in the case of someone like Lizzo, where maybe money is not an option, I would hope that she would do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be interesting to see sort of what the and not even public opinion. It'd be interesting to see if this does make it to some form of trial.
Yeah. Well, look at the Johnny Depp thing. I mean, he took it right to the bitter end, and we all saw how that played out.
Yeah, and what the retrial or the mistrial? No, not happening.
No. But I know we'd said last week that the outpouring of loss for
Paul Rubens
continued.
Yep.
And did we mention the T-Rex last week?
I don't know if we did or not,
because
I know you sent me the picture.
A photo.
This is very cool.
Yeah, the giant dinosaur that Pee-wee and Simone sit in and watch the sunrise in Pee-wee's Big Adventure
Right.
has been repainted in Pee-wee's tuxedo.
In the gray tuxedo. That looks very cute.
But not only that, Bob's Burgers, the folks over there, continue
Yeah.
to pay tribute to him because he appeared in the latest episode where he played
really?
Pat. And a post on Facebook reads, "Thank you for joining the Bob's Burger family. We honor Paul Rubens with tonight's episode."
Right. Oh, that's
that
cool.
was a couple days ago, I believe.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's funny looking at that image of him done in the style of Bob's Burgers,
Yeah.
and yet, yep,
It's not too far off.
I can see him in that.
Yep. Got some bad news for fans going to Fan Expo.
Oh, so it starts. Here it comes. I
Yeah.
saw some of this today, and
Millie Bobby Brown has decided to postpone her appearance at Toronto's Fan Expo.
yeah, but look at the reason that she's
Yeah.
giving.
As she navigates what she feels most comfortable with during the ongoing SAG-AFTRA strike.
I can't blame her.
No.
I can't blame her. And if you're not sure, then the right thing to do is just don't do it.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, if you want to support your union, if you want to support the strike, then yeah, it's disappointing for fans. But yeah, she's young and she's got a bright future ahead of her. So sure, she can miss this one.
Yep, she'll be around for quite a while.
Damn it.
But Fan Expo has stated that they fully support her and all their guests in their individual decisions.
She wasn't the only one to cancel this week. There was another cancellation this week too. A gentleman who I don't recognize. On the flip side of that, Stephen Amell staying longer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's sticking around till Sunday or something because he's going to take in a baseball game.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But the good news here, if anything, if you've already purchased tickets to the evening with Millie Bobby
right.
Brown, you will receive an automatic refund, according to their site.
I would hope so.
Mhm.
Not like one of those, we're just going to hold your money for future appearances
Yeah.
and hope that they decide to come back.
Yeah. Kind of like
No.
they did with COVID.
Wow.
We'll just hold your ticket until next year.
Listen,
2 years.
that happened to me as an aside over in my previous business as a retailer. We were doing trade shows, and so we booked a trade show at the beginning of COVID that got delayed. But we'd already paid our table fees, and it's like I called called up the promoter. I said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "Are we getting back to this thing or not?" And he's like, "Yeah, if you want a refund, I'll give you a refund. Otherwise, your fees are good for the next show when we get back to business." And I'm like, "All right, that's fine."
Cool.
And we did. But I mean, I think that was it was like a full 2 years. It was a full 2 years we paid in advance for that.
Oh, jeez. Well, speaking of money,
well.
Barbie is on track to become the highest grossing domestic film of the year.
Oh, I thought you were going to say of all time.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
Do we have the potential to go all the way?
I don't know. But Barbie has broken numerous records since opening July 21st.
Full disclosure, I haven't seen it yet.
Me neither.
Okay. Is
But,
it on your list?
I don't know. If Harley wants to go see it, I guess. But
I feel like it should be on my list just as a movie guy.
Yeah.
And as someone who likes films from the perspective of like, oh, why are people talking about this movie?
Yeah.
For good or for bad?
Yeah.
I should probably go and see it.
But apparently it's trailing behind the Super Mario Brothers movie by only an estimated 48 million.
Which I did finally see.
Which is a good movie.
Yeah.
It's also streaming now on Amazon Prime.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. Included with Prime.
Oh, really? It's not
it's not pay anymore.
Well, that's funny because I wished I'd waited the weekend or the 2 weeks because I rented it 2 weeks ago.
Oops. But apparently Barbie raked in a 155 million in its opening weekend, and last week joined the $1 billion in global box office sales.
Wow.
That feat's only been achieved by about 50 films in history, adjusted for inflation. It is estimated to have earned another 33.7 million this past weekend, which, it's starting to drop off, but it's still got a major foothold.
I mean, and the train kept on rolling.
It did.
Yeah.
But what else we got here? It passed the 500 million domestic mark the middle of its third week.
Oh, wow.
Well, the Super Mario Brothers, it needed 5 weeks to do that.
Sorry, what week? What?
It's third week.
Holy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy
That's
feat.
a couple bucks.
That's crazy.
This next one's a little bit sad. Lucasfilm Industrial Light and Magic
Okay.
is set to close its visual effects and animation facility in Singapore.
Oh, I didn't realize that they had a facility there.
Economic factors affecting the industry.
Is this part of the whole what's happening over at the company with Bob Iger's new plan?
I think it might be.
You think so? Eh?
I think it might be. The Disney-owned thing is set to close down, and it's going to put more than 300 people out.
Right.
But the company points to changes in the global entertainment industry as a factor behind the decision.
Yeah.
According to a statement emailed to Variety, it says, over the next several months, ILM will be consolidating its global footprint and winding down its Singapore studio due to economic factors affecting the industry. It was founded in 2004 as Lucasfilm Animation Singapore.
Wow, so that's almost 20 years, man.
Yeah, and it began operations in 2006 with work on the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. Oh, so 2006.
Yeah.
So would that have been Tartakovsky's Clone Wars?
I don't know for sure.
It might have been. If not, then it would have been working on the film on the 2008 movie,
which could very well be.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. But it relocated within the city-state in 2013, setting up shop in the then George Lucas-owned Eclipse building at Fusionopolis.
Cool.
And it was nicknamed the Sandcrawler building.
Well, for obvious reasons, looking at this image.
Yeah. But the Eclipse building was then sold by Lucas in January 2021 to the Blackstone Group.
Oh,
so the building is already out of the question.
Wait. So that he sold Lucasfilm to Disney, but he kept the ownership of the building? Wow. Yeah, so not mixing the real estate side of things with what a smart man did make a deal with the devil, didn't he?
He had to have. Oh. Yeah. But they say that the global media industry is facing disruption from rapid technological advances, while studios are coping with challenges related to talent and profitability.
Yeah.
And that's a joint statement from the Singapore government and Infocom Media.
Interesting.
The ongoing restructuring of the entertainment industry, which is slashing linear TV and physical media operations under pressure from streaming, has caused major corporate mergers and downsizing.
As we are
like
seeing.
Bob Iger let slip about,
Yeah.
But,
we're going to invest in researching AI technologies.
Yeah. Luke Hetherington, the executive in charge of ILM Singapore and Sydney Studios, said, we would like to thank the Singapore government, industry, and community for their partnership over the past 17 years. We've been able to train and employ a generation of production talent, visual effects artists, and animators.
Isn't that something?
We're proud of the incredible work that team in Singapore has accomplished and look forward to providing new opportunities for Singapore talent and continue the innovative work that they're doing.
Right.
Because there is a little bit of a silver lining here.
In that, what sense?
They're giving employees as much notice as possible.
Okay.
And they're also offering opportunities to relocate to other company, like studios.
With other... Yeah. Like not within the Lucasfilm organization?
Yeah.
Okay.
But since opening, ILM, I guess, has expanded to other studios in Vancouver, London, Sydney, and Mumbai.
Okay.
And then there's an addition to the company's, these are in addition to the San Francisco headquarters.
Right.
And they will also be working with local business community in Singapore to offer a job fair with companies that need the talent with these skill
similar
sets.
skills.
So
okay,
it's not like they're just trying to leave them out in the dark.
That's cool.
They're
Trying to help. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But like we had said about linear TV, according to the Nielsen ratings,
right.
Yeah, linear TV viewing has dropped below 50% of U.S. television usage for the first time as streaming hits a record high.
Isn't that something, eh?
Yeah.
Broadcast television making up 20%, really, versus streaming at 38.7. That's crazy.
Yep.
What's the other? What is other? Like things like YouTube?
Other would be like physical DVD media or DVRs.
I guess so. Yeah.
But they're saying streaming services like YouTube and Netflix accounted for that 38.7 in the US.
Yep.
And that is an overall TV usage increased by 2% during the month.
I mean, if these are percentages of market share, I mean, look at that. YouTube has a bigger market share than Netflix.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Not surprising though. Not surprising.
But I mean, there's a lot out there to choose from too, right?
Yeah, and I mean, with again mergers and
Yeah.
restructuring, more to come, I'm sure.
Yeah. But let's talk about some toys.
Ooh,
Toys are good.
I like this part of the show.
So we got a new wave coming from Marvel Legends this week.
yes,
Based on the TV properties.
Oh, I saw this wave. I actually showed this off to Kim because we liked Catherine Hahn as Agatha Harkness. So to see Agatha getting a figure
It's a decent figure.
Yeah,
too.
it's all TV, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so, because we've got in this first one we got Agatha,
Yeah,
Yelena Belova from Hawkeye, and Talos from Secret Invasion.
in his
His,
Skrull.
Civvy.
Yeah, I
it's
guess
like Peter
so.
Parker with a Skrull head.
You think that's the same body?
I don't know for sure, but it wouldn't shock me.
It's Hasbro. Come on.
I know. But then we've also got from the What If series, Marvel's Goliath, Warrior Gamora, which I'm fairly interested in.
I kind of like the look of that.
Yeah, even just to have her standing next to armored Thanos.
I was gonna say to have for that reason exactly.
And then the trench coat Nick Fury from Secret Invasion.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a pass. The series was just
didn't do it for you.
It's a little lackluster for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
Would have benefited from a higher episode count, or
maybe a bit more of the heavy hitters coming into play.
Not even that. I mean,
rather than just a little vial of hero juice.
Right. That we have no idea why he even gathered it in the first place. But hey, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Or just kept it as a film as they had originally envisioned it.
Yeah.
When you could have done much smaller exposition pieces to sort of give him some of those connections. But anyway, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. But there is one more figure in the line.
Okay, so
from the Hawkeye series, Kingpin,
and not a Build-A-Figure.
No,
an actual
really
figure.
Should have been the Build-A-Figure, but the Build-A-Figure is actually the Hydra Stomper.
Well, again,
which is weird because they already single released that.
This is
highly different.
Not in this color scheme, and not with the Rogers head.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one. If you didn't already get the green Hydra Stomper, then this one might be up your alley. Although I would have preferred it with a more. I know they've really pushed on the animation side of things with this one, but I would have liked a more movie-looking Rogers head.
Because he's like skinny Rogers at this point, right?
Sure. You almost wonder if you could take like one of the helmetless movie MCU Steves and stick it on there.
Yeah, probably can.
Yeah.
It's because he's got multiple heads, right? So.
Absolutely. And of course, that's what a Dremel's for.
Yeah, that's true.
That D'Onofrio Kingpin, though, I'm
the head sculpt. I'm liking it.
I'm impressed.
Body wise, I don't know. It just doesn't scream Kingpin to me.
Well, I mean, D'Onofrio is a large man, but he's not like
he's not comic.
He's not comic
accurate.
Kingpin big. No. I'm okay with that. Yeah. I'm looking at it here. I'm totally okay with that.
Fair enough.
Oh, let's check in with the audience here for a second as our numbers kind of keep flipping around. If you're just joining us now, welcome to Random Fandom for this week. We're talking toys, movies, and all the other entertainment news that caught our attention this past week. If you want to be part of the show, we'd love to hear your comments, answer your questions in the live chat, or you can consider giving us a call over on the WhatsApp. The line is open.
We tested it and it works.
It does work this week. Where are we going next, Andy?
The next one we need deep pockets for. But it might be worth it if this is your thing. Sideshow Collectibles and Hot Toys announced Cosca Reeves,
of course,
from their Mandalorian line.
This is a Hot Toys figure.
It is. It is a 6th scale.
If I could afford to do Hot Toys, it would be my thing. But like I said, and I've said it many times before, there's a reason why I only own 2 of them.
Yep. Yeah, this one it features a newly developed head sculpt with it from the promo shots, an incredible likeness.
Well, I mean, and that's sort of one of the hallmarks of Hot Toys is that the likenesses are almost, I'm not gonna say always, but they are almost always. Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Is this one looks like molded hair, not sometimes you get real hair on them.
Yeah,
sometimes you don't. This one appears to be molded, but I mean it looks great.
Yeah. It's got a Mandalorian helmet like it's supposed to. Skillfully tailored, they're calling it, undersuit, and a jetpack with booster fire effects. Blaster
that's cool.
fire, blaster pistol, wired grappling hook, flamethrower effect, and a themed display stand and backdrop.
Yeah, man, for sure. I would love to be able to dabble in Hot Toys, but man,
But
boy, my collection would look a lot different, wouldn't it?
yes, it would.
It'd be a lot smaller.
Pre-orders, unfortunately, are full for this one, but you can join the wait list.
Like every product on their website.
Yeah.
Would you
So-
like to be waitlisted?
Yes, you would. It'll only set you back $270 US plus tax and shipping. So,
Yeah, 270 US.
yeah. So there you go.
Hey, did you get the news? I should have sent it to you. I got an email. Did you get the Canada Post thing this week?
Canada Post thing.
While we're on toys, let's talk about it right now. As an aside, September, for all the toy collectors out there, the rates are going up again.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's between 2 and 3%, depending on. I'd have to look it up again. But anyway, the short version is postage rates for packages are going up again in September. So,
Ooh.
still though, I said this earlier today with some friends. I said, what is the option? What's the alternative? You could go with a courier service. You could go to DHL or FedEx, Campar. Right. So use a courier and pay more. So, I mean, it is potentially the lesser of the evils.
The more fun of it would be to like go on a road trip.
Unfortunately,
That's not economically
yeah.
viable, though.
A lot of the stuff I see come up that I want is like out of province. So the road trip would be like days.
Yeah. Now these next ones we briefly covered back when they were revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, but we did get a better look at them now. From the Black Series.
Oh, right.
Good timing for them because we've got Hera, Ahsoka, and Sabine Wren.
And Sabine.
And
I gotta say, my least favorite one looking at these, Sabine.
You don't like it?
It's not that I don't like it. There's just something's missing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's paint or if it's.
Is it a bike so you can showcase the butt? Because
no
that shot keeps circling.
Oh, I know.
Materials,
like, that's a bunch of middle-aged dudes. That's all they want to do is look at young girls' behinds. But anyway, I do like these figures. I still think
Ahsoka looks badass.
I feel like that's just a straight up repack of the Mandalorian one. I
well
don't know. I'd have to
side by side it.
Yeah, exactly. But
Hera looks nice too, though.
If we get a complete live action cast of all the Rebels, yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down.
I don't think you'll get a Kanan though, would you?
So this is where I'm kind of like, oh, could we get a Kanan, like a flashback?
Force Ghost Kanan? Or?
No, I've never bought any of the Force Ghost Jedi figures. I just wasn't a fan of them.
Fair enough.
Not really, but I'd be okay if they did a flashback.
True.
Flashback would be okay.
There you go. These are all available for pre-order right now, though, on Hasbro Pulse.
I just want to point something out, though. That is window packaging.
It is window packaging.
So that means what? 2024?
Maybe
early 2024. I mean, maybe later this year. But I know that Hasbro said they are making a return to window packaging for their collector product. So that's interesting to see.
Yes. Welcome addition back to the package.
Yeah.
But next up, we have something from Ramen Toys. And you'd pointed this out.
I did.
They unveiled a Skeletor and a He-Man at PowerCon. With the hopes that the result of their vision would win over the Motu community in the hopes that they could obtain the licensing rights to make this one official.
I feel like it is a bold move, Ramen.
It is.
Now, this is something that we were talking about the other night, and I looked it up. Now, Mattel has historically had a presence at PowerCon.
Yeah.
They did not this year. Had they have had a presence at PowerCon this year, do you think these figures would have been displayed?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So
they would have received a cease and desist on the spot.
Well, listen, we already know that has happened twice.
Yeah.
With Ramen over their
Tom Cruise,
the Red Gullwing Machina, their mask line. And then their what is it? Aces of Aviation is the new line, which began life as a straight up Tom Cruise Maverick figure. They were giving away the Maverick heads,
as long as you bought all three of the other
first wave of
Yeah.
the Aces of Aviation. So yeah, so that's 2 C&Ds from two multi-billion-dollar companies.
Yep.
Um,
Third time's the charm.
can we get a third? Anybody? We shall see.
Yep.
By the way, I'm not into. I don't understand the legalese. I'm no lawyer.
Yeah.
But do you think? Because these are in that 6 to 7 inch scale, right? And don't get me wrong, the sculpts, they look
pretty
pretty
good.
cool. To me, they look like what Mondo is, or Mondo that makes the
Yes.
premium format figures.
Yeah.
To me, it reminds me of what Mondo is doing, just at a smaller form factor.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Mattel,
maybe that's what they're trying to look into, like to meet that demand. Because like I can't afford a Mondo,
neither can I.
but
But again, so let's go back and use the Hot Toys thing for a minute. I've always used the analogy, like the Mezco 112 collective
Yes.
line. I've always said those are like mini Hot Toys.
Yeah.
They are in that 1/12 or 6 to 7 inch scale.
Yeah.
And there definitely has proven to be room for multiple scales for a line, but we're talking 6 to 7 inch collector product. Mattel is already doing that with the Masterverse line.
true.
Do you think whoever the license holder is, whether it's Universal or whether it's, I
Mattel or
presume it's
whoever.
Universal at this point. I don't know, but do you think they'll actually get the license?
I doubt it. Not when they already have
We shall see.
access to all these other
That's what I mean. There's just
production lines.
there's more Motu in 2023 than ever before.
Yeah.
So
Brand recognition is high.
don't get me wrong. I like the look of them. I just don't know if it's
If it's meant to be.
and you know what? And if they don't get the license, let's face it. They're a Asian company that will probably put it out.
Push
Anyway.
forward as
We'll do it anyway.
Skeleton Man and Barbarian.
Right.
Yeah. For you Hot Wheels collectors out there, though,
Oh,
Barbie is spawning its own line.
it's about time.
I know.
I mean, Mattel owns both.
Yeah. So pretty standard crossover here. Is the Barbie the movie Hot Wheels Corvette 4-pack.
The 56 Corvette.
Yeah.
Now, presumably all of these paint schemes appear in the
They
movie?
do. They are either driven by Barbie, Ken, or one of the other characters. They're all 1/64th scale, high quality metal.
Yep.
And they've got the Real Rider tires.
Real Rider.
Yeah.
Was that rubber then?
I believe so.
That's not a term. I'm not in the Hot Wheels collecting world, so I don't know what that is.
This particular set goes for 44 Canadian. And for that much, they better have rubber tires.
That's like $10 a car.
Yes, it is.
What's an average?
Well, if you're looking at one of those, what was it, Green Pacific or whatever's,
Okay.
those are like $8.
Oh, like the green
Green light. Sorry,
green light. Yeah. No, but an actual just like a regular assortment Hot Wheels at Walmart right now.
I believe is $2.
$2. So the pricing at Walmart is really not much difference than say Dollarama.
No.
Okay, that's interesting to know. I get it though. There's an appeal there. It's not to me, but for sure there's an appeal
for like
there
a
to somebody.
collector or a Barbie collector. It's
100%,
100%,
I guess.
right?
I guess.
The yellow one in this assortment of 4, the only way you're going to get it is in this set.
So
Which says to me that the other 3 are eventually
going to be single carded somewhere down
releases,
the line.
or
okay,
like the movie series release, like they did with the Land Shark.
Yep.
Yeah, but we'll see.
I do like movie cars, by the way. Don't get me wrong.
I know you got some stashed away on your
I
shelf.
do. Yeah,
Knight Rider and Ecto 1, and
hopefully add a few more to that collection at some point.
But speaking of Mondo, there.
Oh yeah, Mondo.
These ones came from Facebook.
Okay.
For somebody who was in the panel when they revealed it.
Yeah.
And along with the San Diego Comic-Con Prince Adam reveal that they did, they showcased a bunch of upcoming items at PowerCon.
Sure.
So the Prince Adam looks pretty wild.
Listen, again, just like the Hot Toys thing, if I could afford to do Mondo, see, Masters in Wes's personal toy collection, Masters is one of my three things that I collect: Star Wars, Transformers, Masters Universe. God, I like that a lot.
But they also showed off, and this is where it gets tricky because these are 6 scale, right?
Right, 12 inches.
Yeah,
12
so
inch.
they showed off a 6th scale Sky Sled.
What?
Yeah. coming soon. So
That's
these are just
huge.
prototypes and
That's
concepts
huge.
shown.
Oh, well,
But
again, that looks great though.
yeah,
Does that mean? Because now, as soon as you see the sky sled, you
once
have
get
to
the
ask:
battle ram,
will the wagon piece come with later?
maybe depending how it sells, I guess.
And will they do it like the vintage toy, which was built on the classics toy, where you could put a figure on both?
True.
You could stand a figure on the back.
Now, mind you, in the Origins line, they did release that 2-pack with Prince Adam, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
just a sled.
That's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, if you're going to do this one, so this would be the hero sled with the,
Yep.
the dragon head. Do you do the villain sled with the snake head?
maybe,
Oh,
but for the villains, they did showcase this one here,
okay.
Nightmare.
What the heck is that?
It's like the demon version of Swiftwind. Now they showcased it both with and without armor.
Okay.
So, you know,
Oh, wow.
it's like
That's
a
like
skeleton horse.
a bone, like a skull head.
Now, I don't remember Skeletor riding this.
This
But-
must be a new.
It might be, but again, my memory is
I
fuzzy
feel
at
like I'm
times.
pretty steeped in Motu lore, and this is not a thing that I recall.
But if anything, it reminds me of those the Masterverse classics, those skeleton warriors.
Oh yeah, Skelecons.
Yeah,
The Skelecons.
this
yeah.
could very easily be like your standard Skelecon mount or something.
If they really wanted to lean into that, they could just add some bull horns to it.
True.
Then it would totally be a Skelecon horse.
Mind you, this would work with Scareglow too. You
It
turn
is
him
the
into
right-
like
I
the
mean,
horseman of
it
the
is.
apocalypse.
It is the right color scheme. You put that armor back on, the purple and the green.
Yeah.
Maybe
Purple, black,
that's
and green. Maybe
that is the intention, that this is something from the Subternia.
could be.
I mean, as Subternia,
It's definitely like a flaming demon horse.
yeah. As Subternia has been redefined in the Netflix cartoon as being
Yeah.
like the underworld.
Yeah, an extra dimension or whatever.
Yeah. When I say the underworld, I mean like the mythological underworld.
Yeah, but they still just, open the portal and walk right
Oh
in.
yeah, it's literally under a mountain.
Yeah. But on top of that, they also released showed off a 6th scale Disco Skeletor.
Disco Skeletor. This doesn't do anything for me. It
No.
never has. And but I get it. There's an audience out there for this. This will appeal to some people.
Yep.
Just not me.
This one might appeal to you though. It's a 6th scale Orko.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, in the concept art, they also have like the female Orko with the little pink veil.
Oh, sure.
So maybe
oh my
they're
gosh.
planning
what
on
was,
doing multiples, but Orket, I don't remember.
No, it's not. It's oh my gosh.
Orko's girlfriend.
Yeah, it is Orko's girlfriend. Yeah. You think I can think of her name at the moment?
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of Motu fan am I? You
Same
get
as
Uncle.
me
You
right
get-
now.
it was Uncle Montork, Orko, Driella.
Triella.
I
Maybe.
think it's Driella.
Maybe.
Driella. I do like that. That's cool though, and I like the hatless head
Mhm.
underneath, which is the look of Trollin.
Yeah.
Without a hat.
Yeah. There's also a 6th scale Tila, which is pretty,
That's-
accurate to the
yeah.
animation model.
Yeah. I like the head.
classic.
So that look at those heads though. You're getting the
You're getting like the 84 head,
sure.
and then you're also getting like a tribute to the
There's a-
2000s.
The 2000X, yeah, with the long ponytail.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I liked 2000X.
It was good.
I
I
loved
don't know
the
why people
show.
didn't like it.
The
Go
figures
back and watch it again. It's good.
look good. They
They do.
don't necessarily play very well,
but
but they look good. Yeah, they
super
look
cool.
great. Yeah.
They also showcased a 6th scale Evelyn
Oh, cool.
with not Zor, the other bird.
Screech.
There you go.
There you go. Not the guy from Bayside High.
Yeah.
Screech the bird. The big Jim Eagle
Yep.
in purple.
Exactly.
It looks good though. Now, is that going to be to scale?
A 6th scale, so I would assume.
I guess,
it's
yeah.
gonna scale up to it.
with the figures, yeah.
Yeah. But then the last one they showed off was a 15-inch retro style Scareglow.
Oh, that's interesting.
And like it looks like he's like,
It looks like he's
see-through.
clear
yeah, with the bones like
with a
fully
skeleton inside. That's cool.
Yeah, because
That's
a really
very
different take
cool.
than just painting it on there, right?
Yeah,
but jumbo soft vinyl figure. So
of course. Yeah. Oh, really? Soft vinyl. Oh, that's interesting.
yeah,
So presumably you would do the same thing. You would make the bones the glow in the
First.
dark part.
yeah, and then encase it in the outer.
That's going to look really interesting.
Mm.
That's definitely going to look good.
I would want to see this one in hand just to hold it 3D and like look down his boots. And
Oh
see
yeah, of
the
course.
bone
Yeah, yeah.
continuing
Is there
down.
feet in the boots?
Yeah, that would be cool.
That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I like that.
but that's all the got for toys this week.
Well, that's okay. We still got a lot more to get through on the show before we wrap it up. But
We do, because
I guess.
I think it's time we hand it over to you.
Whoa! Wait a minute now. All right, let's do it. Hey, here we go.
Loading lexicon. Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
All right, it is a lexicon, the game where we put up a nonsensical looking word that happens to be real. We give you 3 definitions, hoping to pull the con over on you. And all you guys got to do is figure out which one is the correct definition. All right, so without any further ado, let's get to this week's word. This week's word is
Borborygmus.
Want to hear it again?
Yes.
This week's word is
Borborygmus.
There you go.
I wonder if it's an opposite of ignoramus.
I don't know. All right, your first option is
A paleolinguistic term that refers to the vibrations emitted when words are spoken in reverse order.
Oh, interesting. Definition number 2.
A behavioral trait seen in nocturnal cat species such as the African caracal and the South American margay, where individuals will gather under the light of the full moon.
And definition number 3.
A rumbling or gurgling noise made by the movement of fluid and gas in the intestine.
There's your choices. Like I said, this week's word,
Borborygmus.
Borborygmus.
So you either speak backwards, bark at the moon, or you fart. Well, I don't know. My other guess would be like, the distant cousin of Lou Ferrigno, but Borborygmus.
It's a ignorant Ernest Borgnine. No, that's not right. Is it a paleolinguistic term that refers to the vibrations emitted when words are spoken in reverse order? Or is it a behavioral trait seen in nocturnal cat species such as the African caracal and the South American margay, where individuals will gather under the light of the full moon? Or is it a rumbling or gurgling noise made by the movement of fluid and gas in the intestine? All right. I wish I had
I don't know.
I wish we had a little musical track so we could
Like the Jeopardy countdown.
give the folks some time to get their decisions in. All right, everybody, this is the time. If you think you know the answer, hit us up in the comments before we go to the reveal. Yeah.
Borborygmus.
Are you stumped?
I am stumped on this one.
You've got nothing.
Like
if you had to throw something at the wall to see what stuck, what would you do?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Picking out of the 3, huh?
Yep.
Well, I know Chip Fu from the Fushnikins was often singing in reverse, and I never heard him referred to as Borborygmus.
That's funny. Okay.
I always thought it was dogs that were more, akin to the moon, not so much cats.
True.
'Cause, the whole werewolf thing, right?
I also think of cats in Egyptian mythology, and there's definitely an association there.
There, yes. Yeah. Because you got like your sun and moon gods.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with number 2.
This is a
because I don't
conspicuously quiet audience this week. I'm not touching that one.
I'm gonna shy away from calling it a fart.
Well, listen, anybody who spent enough time with me at some point will realize that once in a while I have been Borborygmus, because it is a noise, a rumbling or gurgling made by the movement of fluid and gas in the intestine.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Ooh.
Kind of sounds like Barbarigmas.
How's your Borborygmus? All right, everybody. That's been this week's edition of Lexicon. I can't say whether we pulled one over on you or not because you declined to guess. So.
Can't all guess at them.
All right. Come back next week and I will have another nonsensical word with some crazy definitions that we can mull over.
Excellent.
Where are we going next, Andy?
Next, we're going back in history here.
Ooh.
Do you remember when Jerry Siegel sent poison threats to DC Comics executives?
So I saw something about this and I was not aware of that. Oh, look, it's Adam from Go Figure checking in. Look at these beauties. Woo! Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
But apparently on the 17th of December, 1951,
right,
Jerry Siegel sent a letter to National Comics VP Jack Leibowitz containing Superman grievances and white powder.
Wow.
Yeah. So we all know that back in 1938 or whatever it was, him and Joe Shuster sold the rights to Superman to DC Comics for $130.
Correct.
But, by then, we got one more here.
Go Figure says new word
Ramanized.
Ramanized. It's when a toy company makes unlicensed product of your IP.
There's a few that have been ramanized.
Oh, I kind of like that one actually. Hell, that you know what? That's actually oh my gosh. I gotta go back. It's where did it go? Oh yes, it's worth one of these.
Agreed.
There we go.
Yeah, but apparently in 1959, Siegel had returned to DC Comics and he was on hard times.
Oh, really?
And he declared a curse on Superman, which saw Warner Brothers agree to give Siegel and Shuster a lifetime stipend of $20,000 a year in exchange for not contesting the ownership or the copyright of Superman.
A lifetime stipend of what? $20,000 a year?
Yeah.
It was starting in what year?
I believe that was 1975.
$20,000 a year in 1975 would be okay. $20,000 a year in 2023?
Not so much. Yeah. But in 1951, he penned a series of letters to National Comics executives describing himself as destitute, living with his wife and tiny baby in a small, crowded apartment in Great Neck. And a number of these letters are now up for auction at the auction house Comic Connect.
Oh, wow.
So you can actually bid on a lot of these different letters, even some of them that have the powder with them.
Has the powder ever been identified?
It has been identified.
Okay.
It turned out it was cornstarch.
If you sent somebody a letter with white powder in it today, you're going to jail. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like, oh, that's nice. He's upset. Yeah. He's angry. He's upset. Nope. He's off the rails and you're going to jail.
Yeah. But there was a letter sent to Leon K. Shannock, who forwarded it to Jack Leibowitz.
Yeah.
And he enclosed Siegel's original signed letter telling him, if Mr. Siegel is such a creative genius, there might be a place for him in your organization, provided, of course, he acts and behaves like a gentleman. So, people were trying to help.
Yeah.
But another letter from him was sent on the December 17th, opened by Leibowitz, which upped the threats to the criminal level.
Oh, now it's criminal.
Yeah. It said, may you become the subject to all of the horrible maladies that beset mankind.
You son of a motherless goat.
Yeah. But the one with the powder apparently is currently bid up to $110.
Oh, really?
So it is not out of reach to own a piece of Superman creator history.
Yeah.
So you can go check out all these letters that are up for auction at comicconnect.com.
Interesting.
We've also linked in the show notes, so you can just go there and click right on it.
Right
on. Go Figures says yes.
Yes.
Our next one here, independent fan film.
So
I've been mired in controversy.
I've been following this. The full film is out. Is it down yet?
No, it's still
still up.
It's still there.
Okay.
Yeah. Spiderman Lotus.
And I do, after having rewatched the trailer, I do recall some of this early on when it was starting to get sort of pushed like, hey, this is coming. Did you watch the full film?
I did.
And
It drags in a few spots, but overall, it's not bad.
it's got pretty good production value for a fan film.
It does. And
Yeah.
if you take away the outside factors from it, it's not bad at all. And those outside factors are, of course, like the director and the star. I guess
Yeah.
they're still young, and when they were younger, they were stupid as hell, made racist and homophobic comments.
Go figure.
Oh
wait, that was not a reference to you, Adam.
No, but both of them have issued apologies online, like on YouTube and Twitter, saying, we were young, we were stupid, we regret our actions. And
is this the James Gunn thing all over again?
I think it might be.
Do you believe? Now, I don't know these guys. Are they, because I don't want to say that they're nobodies, but because they're nobodies, how do you gauge the sincerity? I mean, I guess the question is relevant whether you're somebody or a nobody. How do you gauge that?
Well, after this, they should be somebodies because their work here is decent.
Well, certainly they're getting noticed, whether it's for the right or wrong reason. That's
Yeah.
still notoriety of some kind.
Well, we got one here from Go Figure.
Oh, Adam wants to know, it's $110. Want to go in 3 ways like Radioactive Man #1?
No, that didn't end well for anyone. Lightning destroyed it.
Who's going to hold on to it for the first week?
Get to the treehouse.
I got water on the cornstarch. Oh, no.
But the film is directed by Gavin J. Knopp and stars actor Warden Wayne in the lead role. And the most of the backlash is due to their racist past.
Sure.
Warden Wayne, he had filed on Twitter apologizing at length for it. And the director, he posted on YouTube trying to address everything. But further stuff has come out, like the guy that plays the Green Goblin
Okay.
has been now or is under investigation for grooming.
Oh, boy.
And then on top of that, the visual effects team that was working on it basically walked
They all quit.
because they said
Yeah.
it didn't align with what the character stood for, which is it's admirable.
Oh, wait. So wait,
Like
they're
it-
saying that,
They
they're
didn't want to participate because the people doing it,
right. These
didn't align.
allegations do not reflect
Spider.
the values of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But they did have a visual effects team come in and finish it off.
Yeah.
And, it's worth a watch if you're a fan of Spider-Man at all.
One of the things that I picked up reading this, some of the responses or from some of the outlets that were reporting on it, they were talking about the whole passing off thing, that the casual fan, because of the increasing production values and what a fan is able to do now, that
Yeah.
the casual moviegoer might not know the difference between $100 million Hollywood film and this fan film.
Which apparently was kickstarted for around 125 grand.
Good for them for turning
Yeah.
out this level of filmmaking for that kind of money.
But like, if you can't read the opening scene where it says this is nothing to do with Disney or
Yeah.
Sony or Marvel,
yeah.
then that's on you. But
Listen, we've had that come up before. I mean, Hank's not here to talk about it, but I mean, a lot of times, because we're all over social media all the time, we'll see like clips and stuff that are either pulled from other materials and cobbled together,
Yeah.
or we'll see this other fan made stuff. And sometimes it is hard to tell.
it is like
It is hard
The
to
Last Ronin.
Oh
fan
yeah,
film.
yeah, which is spectacular, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so cool.
For just what, a 3 to 5 minute video?
Maybe
It's not very
yeah.
long.
But the film, it released 3 days ago on YouTube, despite everything, and it's already racked up 2.5 million views.
Right, but it's demonetized. He did not put,
It's not
he
making
has
money.
to do that
Yeah.
in order to even be able to show it. This is kind of what Star Wars Theory got into with his Vader fan film. Like, I know he got permission from Lucasfilm to do that, but there was a whole lot of conditions that had to be met.
Yeah.
Crowdfunding, by the way, was a big no-no.
Hmm.
You could not directly crowdfund the movie. It had to be through other things. So like selling merch and stuff, other merch not related to the film.
Yeah.
So interesting stuff.
Yeah. But we did link to it in the show notes if you want to go give it a watch.
Yeah.
And from there, just search Spider-Man Lotus and you'll find all sorts of different reviews and both sides, negative, positive. It's divided a lot of people.
Short version. Watch it, don't watch it.
I'd watch it.
Watch it.
Well,
Okay.
I did watch it, so
Scale of 1 to 10.
5.
Right down the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It opens great with a little bit of action sequence, and there's enough action sprinkled throughout.
Okay.
But there's like a really heartwarming moment, mid to 3/4 of the way through.
Interesting.
And,
Yeah.
it does take you back to the heart of Spider-Man, if you will.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
one
One.
delay.
That's a big delay.
Delay on Lexicon.
Wow. Okay. All right.
But this next one here, I was not even aware of this, but
Okay.
apparently it happened 6 hours ago.
Oh, so this is today.
This is today news.
Oh, wow. You're really on top of things.
Yeah, especially this one. We got our first look at the new Toxic Avenger.
Come on.
I kid you not. It is Peter Dinklage wielding the mop.
What?
Yes.
That's so cool.
Now, this is set to premiere at Fantastic Fest in September, I believe. But it's an update on it. It's not going to be as cheesy as the Traumaville one.
I was going to say, is this a trauma film?
No,
It's
this is
not. Okay.
It's apparently it's a new take.
Yeah.
It's directed by Macon Blair. And it's got Jacob Tremblay, Taylor Page, Elijah Wood, and Kevin Bacon in the cast as well.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're saying don't expect this to be a carbon copy of the original.
I hope not.
And based on, like, we got this screen image of basically the Toxic Avenger kicking in the door with his radioactive mop. And
that's cool.
yeah. Peter Dinklage, he talked to Empire Magazine back in 2021 about it.
Oh, wow. So this has been in the works for a while.
Yeah, it's been really under my radar, which I don't understand.
Me too, because I'm hearing about this for the first time right now.
Yeah. He says it's not a remake. I just like guerrilla filmmaking. These movies, they just make them no matter what. They just did it because they love doing it. Some of them are not the best, but they're so much fun.
Right.
When you make movies too clean, it can distance the audience, and they want to feel the dirt under their fingernails. I think those trauma films definitely dip the audience into toxic waste.
Oh, that's a cool way to look at it.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude too, man. Peter Dinklage. He's done some interesting things. He was in, I know I talked about it. It was quite a while ago, but he did My Night with Hervé, where he basically plays Hervé Villachez, the actor who played Tattoo on Fantasy Island.
Okay.
Super, super cool. It's a semi-biographical thing. Totally worth watching, by the way.
Nice. Apparently, though, this will debut at Fantastic Fest 2023 and it will run between the 21st and 28th of September in Austin, Texas.
Okay, so
I don't know if it's going to get a national release after that or go straight to.
I would be curious to know what kind of release it's going to get. If it's going to get a wide,
I definitely want to see this.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of toxic, though,
oh man,
this is our first time using this segment, and hopefully it's our last.
I hope so.
Scumbag alert.
Oh, this is horrible. Our friends over at New Books, North Simcoe Street in Oshawa, had a break-in this week.
Loser decided to break into New Books at 6:40 p.m. on the 13th in broad daylight.
Yep.
If anybody has information about who this may be, contact New Books at 905-434-1463 or the police. And, any info is appreciated.
That's horrible that people feel the need to do that.
It's a family-run business, right?
Yeah.
And this guy just broke in and took, a couple thousand worth of merch.
Yeah, and I mean, as a friend of our show who has been very gracious to us and has promoted our show, we hope that they get their justice out of this one.
Yeah.
All right.
A little bit of an update on Fan Expo talent. Some folks that are coming to the Comic Alley.
Oh, cool.
This year we've got...
Wait, we're not talking about celebrities. We're talking about... Well, sorry, they are celebrities. They are celebrities. We're not talking about your big...
we're not talking about Hollywood guys. These are the guys that make the books.
So the actual... Well, it's Fan Expo, so really it's not...
So artists, writers, inkers...
A Comic Con.
No, it's an all-inclusive con. But
we're
there's always a comic portion of it.
We're fans of comics.
And I'm definitely fans of these people.
All right, let's go through this. Who we got?
We've got Frank Miller, who you know from The Dark Knight.
Of course.
Joe Quesada, who's a legendary artist. Andy Kubert, who was crazy awesome on Wolverine.
Yep.
And now Batman, the Dark Detective, and a whole bunch more. Dan Slott, who was like revolutionizing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Jason Fabok, who did the Three Jokers, along with a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
Steve McNiven, who has done crazy good work for Marvel. Zeb Wells, who's worked on Amazing Spider-Man. Simone DeMeo, and I'm not familiar with this artist's work, but apparently they're on Batman and Robin.
Interesting.
Jim Shooter, who's been around forever.
I was going to say, is he one of the guys we talked to?
I don't know.
Who did we talk to for Free Comic Book Day?
Oh, no. We talked to Leonard Kirk.
Right.
And, it's so bad that I can't remember this because I know the guy.
That's okay. You can go back and watch the video like everybody else.
Yeah, we did a whole episode on it.
We really did.
And a bunch of little clips from it, too.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
Jay Torres.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And you never know. He might be at Fan Expo as well. But back to Fan Expo, they also have Ken Lashley, who's an awesome artist. Sweeney Boo, who's been working on Harley Quinn. And Tom Grummett, who's been all over the place. DC, Marvel. And
well, that's cool.
Yeah. So good news for them because they're not in the SAG-AFTRA thing.
Yeah, really.
So we're getting down to the nitty gritty of it tonight.
Frank Miller, though, would be part of the Writers Guild.
Would he?
Absolutely.
I guess so.
He's written movies.
True.
Sin City.
True.
Right? So
that was a comic first.
And it's already struck work, so maybe he could talk about it.
You can't talk about that.
It's old. It's old. He can talk about it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're going to make
maybe they have different rules for the writers. I don't know.
They're going to make the next one about Marv.
Is that for real?
I don't know. They did.
Okay. Oh, right.
But they released another Ahsoka trailer today.
I saw that.
This one gave me the tinglies.
What was it about this one that
I don't know?
Because I didn't find this one to be too far off the last one.
I think it was like just watching it with the headphones on and how it hits so quick.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff is like blink and you'll miss it.
There is some interesting stuff going on.
But like it looks like we're going to get the Spectre 2, the dropship from the Ghost.
Oh, yeah, we knew that.
Definitely going to be taking flight.
The Shithapede shuttle.
Yeah. More aerial battles. And I'm not sure what is causing it, but at one point, Ahsoka's ship is flying away from something that is like literally right out of Independence Day.
It's like on fire burning.
Yeah.
I noticed a couple of little details. Is this the only image we have?
This is the only,
because there's a couple of things that I picked out of this one. We focused on that Ahsoka on the trailer. We talked a little bit about the E-Wing.
Yes.
That sequence with Sabine on the highway out of Lothal.
Scooting under the ship.
We see is a sequence in this trailer. There's two E-Wings.
Okay.
Which kind of would make sense because through the various trailers, you've got one landing on the highway, which I wasn't sure if it was the same one that we see pulling away. So I wonder if
there's a second one.
Yeah, and now we see that there is two. One of the other details that we get to see in this one is that at some point it looks like the old hyperspace ring from the prequel eras, like the Jedi starfighter would hook onto the hyperspace ring. Looks like they're fighting one of those. I don't know if there's a ship attached to it, but the ring itself.
Maybe.
And then one of the other things that came up, well, you can see it right there. There's one of those gantry walkers.
Yeah.
Which I like those. Anything walker, I like.
World building stuff.
One of a Star Wars YouTuber that I follow was talking about this sequence and said that it during the day with some of these other wider shots with all the water, said that it reminded them of Coronet City, the set piece at the beginning of Solo, where they were making ships. Yeah. So does that mean that's Corellia?
Could it be like the reverse? Like at the beginning of Solo, they're building. Maybe they're going down.
Well, this is it. Now we're tearing them apart. Right.
Huh.
You think that the facilities to build versus break, it's the same tools, right?
It would be.
Yeah. If that's a Corellia, though, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to wait too long for it.
No, because we're only 2 weeks away.
Yep.
Not even really. August 23rd. So we're 8 days.
Around that, yeah.
Yeah, 8 days or so.
Yep. This next one, it's a live stream that has been making the rounds on YouTube.
Well, it's not one of ours, is it?
No, it's not. But this one is important.
Is it for good reasons?
Maybe.
Okay.
they're streaming it because the U.S. has been concealing a long-standing program
Oh, right.
that retrieves and reverse engineers unidentified flying objects.
That's an
And this
interesting
is
one, yeah.
from a former Air Force intelligence officer who has testified, I guess, last Wednesday to Congress.
Yeah.
The Pentagon has denied his claims, but retired Major David Grush has gone before this House Oversight Committee.
Sure.
And like they laid it out in a 2-hour committee hearing.
Yep.
And it's not just him. There's 3 witnesses and a whole host of senators asking questions. And they're basically saying, you know, are you aware of recovered alien or off?
Yeah, I did catch some of the highlights of this.
And they're like, yes.
This is the one that we get the term non-human biologics.
Non-human biological entity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's alien. They're saying alien, but they can't say it.
So, and then the counterpoint, I mean, and I wish Hank was here for this because he'd be the first one to do that. Hey, here's the left hand. What's the right hand doing?
Exactly.
And so the term non-human biologic or biological, we're also talking about a government who has sent chimpanzees and dogs into space.
Yes.
So those are also non-human biologicals.
True.
So I don't know where that, I know that superficially that we're talking aliens here, man.
Yeah. Or interdimensional beings, or maybe time travelers.
Right.
Because they're very clear to say we're not ruling out anything.
Nor should you, I don't think.
No.
Very exciting time, though.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
But with them coming to Congress and saying, look, these things are real. We need to investigate them. They do pose a threat to national security because they do things we cannot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And, you know, at a time when Meta is turning off news access.
Well, there you go, right? Well,
you know,
from us here in Canada.
Yeah. But we did link to the show notes for this one too.
Cool.
So you can go check that out. But yeah, UFOs are real. Government says so. Whistleblowers are coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're getting to that point in the show where we are going to be winding down here shortly. So this would be your last call for last call.
Mm-hmm. Got any news you want to talk about?
If you've got a pop culture entertainment headline you want to talk about that we didn't cover, now is your last call to get that in there. As we move into our final segment.
We do.
It's that time of the show where we take a look at what's going on.
Before we get there.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Unfortunately, we don't have a new shirt alert this week.
No new shirt this week.
But if you want your fandom merch, I believe the sale just ended, but people do enjoy it. And here's some photographic proof.
Wait a minute. I recognize that.
This is the mining style one.
Absolutely.
He's a big fan of Minecraft, so works out perfect for him.
That looks good too. Well, I'm glad he's enjoying that.
He is.
All right, it's that time again where Andy's out there in the aisles. He's hunting for us all, so you can save a few dollars on your next toy purchase by toy hunting at Dollarama.
Yeah. Well, this week we don't just have toys, but we have DC graphic novels.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, these are retailing for $5 a piece, and
that's still better than cover price.
Cover price is anywhere from like $18.99 to anywhere up to $99.99.
Still seeing a lot of new 52 coming out there.
A lot of it, yeah.
I like the new 52. I know there's like me and 3 other people, but hey.
Yeah, it was good. I like the Justice League run there.
Yeah.
But the other one that's coming around again, a couple weeks back, we had the first wave of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Power Attack figures from the Netflix series. The next wave is hitting with different figures now. So you got your Manny Faces, Ram Mam, Lightning Attack He-Man, and a couple others. So if you're looking to expand your collection there, $5 at Dollarama or regular $15.97 and up at retail.
If and where you can find them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not a bad, that's pretty good actually.
Not too bad.
Oh, I was out
like 1980s again.
I was out earlier this week. I was down in Vaughan. I hit the Vaughan Mills Mall, and that place that whatever it used to be
toys,
whatever it is now, on the back wall they had some Masterverse figures, including the Netflix He-Man and Skeletor.
Nice.
Like the kids one. And I thought these actually look better than I thought they would. And I'd never seen them before. So
in the Masterverse line.
Yeah, just in the kids line. I've only seen them. So They look cool.
Yeah.
If I was a kid, I would want to play with those.
Exactly. Like they're
Yeah.
chunky. They look durable enough.
Well, that seems like that's it for this week's episode.
I do believe so.
We've got no new comments and nobody wants to talk to us tonight. That's fine. That's fine. We'll be back again same time next week with another round of headlines where we get to talk about what's going on in the world. But before that, we will be back on Sunday night. If you have been following,
Baker's Dozen episode.
I was going to say, if you've been following our other show, our Road to Ahsoka retrospective review series, this week's episode is a special episode. It's going to be all Hank this week, as Hank is going to go through Hank's Essentials, which is a list of about, I think he said, 25 other episodes that for whatever reason Disney did not deem as essential for the development of Ahsoka. Hank's going to tell us why they are, and I'm looking forward to having that conversation. Hope you guys are too. Come hang out with us on Sunday night at 6. Otherwise, we'll see you back here next week, next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, for the next installment of Random Fandom Tuesday.
Comment here from Sean.
Oh, Sean, another great show, guys. Thank you very much, Sean. Glad to have you back. We haven't seen you in a while, so thanks for coming to hang out. All right. Any more for you, Andy?
That's all I got.
That's all I got, too. So until next time, everybody, bye for now.
Have a good one.